season is here, but what are tech students doing to avoid being stuck in bed?
Plus, Texas Tech professors are being rewarded for their work outside the classroom.
President-elect Barack Obama won the popular vote and the Electoral College. But has the Electoral College become obsolete? We'll have more on that later.
With a 10-0 record and a number 2 BCS ranking, the Red Raiders can taste the BCS berth. After an impressive performance against OSU, can the team sweep the Big 12 South? We'll have a recap of the OSU game later on in the show.
From the College of Mass Communications on the campus of Texas Tech University, this is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome, Red Raider Nation. This is Kevin Budet.
And I'm Taylor White. You're watching MCTV. One little prick of the arm may actually save you a lot of pain. Preventative measures are already in place to help students fight the flu. Our Brittany Lowenball has more on the story.
The Center for Disease Control says more than 200,000 people get the flu each year. And with the flu season right around the corner, Tech Wellness Center wants to help students stay healthy. Tech's Clinical Department Administrator Julie McCauley says the Center for Disease Control states the flu vaccination as the primary prevention method and recommends students get their shot.
Absolutely. The flu shot is definitely the first step in the prevention plan, but then there are also everyday actions that students can take. Washing their hands frequently with warm water and soap, or if water is not available, using alcohol-based hand gel is a good step.
Staying healthy, McCauley says, can't hurt a person's chance at warding off the disease, but it's not the only preventative measure. A freshman at Tech, Lex Fred, says she considers herself healthy, working out regularly, getting enough sleep, and taking vitamins. But after getting the flu last year, she wasn't going to take any chances this year.
That was awful last year. It was so gross, so definitely.
McCauley says the Student Wellness Center typically orders between 500 and 600 vaccinations for students, yet they've almost exhausted their supply. She says the clinic is capable of ordering more for students if the demand arises, but she did point out that other clinics in Lubbock are capable of giving the vaccination as well. McCauley says the clinic fills up quickly this time of year, but triage nurses on staff are available to diagnose students and give helpful tips to possibly solve their problem. With MCTV, this is Brittany Lowenball.
The Constitution has been amended only 17 times in its vast history, and the Electoral College is always under scrutiny. But why? Reporter Nicole Fuentes has the latest on this issue.
Democrat Barack Obama was elected the 44th President of the United States, receiving a majority of the popular vote and the Electoral College vote, leaving some voters wondering, why exactly do we still have the Electoral College? Visiting Assistant Professor for Political Science Alan Arwine said the Constitution was written for electors to select the president because the general population couldn't make wise decisions. However, it's not easy to amend the Constitution, but there are ways to get around it.
Since states can allocate their electoral votes any way they would like, one way to get around the Electoral College without abolishing it, because that takes a constitutional amendment, would be for each state to allocate their electoral votes as a proportion of the popular vote.
Amending the Constitution is not easy, with the proposal having to be passed by both Congress and the states. The Constitution has only been amended 17 times in its more than 200 years of existence. Junior biochemistry major Bria Black from Austin said that the Electoral College isn't even necessary.
Really positively affect change and get us back on the road that we need to be on, then we need to make some decisions about the Electoral College and stick with that popular vote.
Nebraska and Maine have already started allocating their electoral votes, but the choice is up to the rest of the states to try as well. This is Nicole Fuentes reporting for MCTV.
For a change, it's Texas Tech professors that are receiving outstanding grades. MCTV's Alan Brown attended the awards banquet.
Texas Tech University's third annual Presidential Lecture and Performance Series was a success Tuesday, featuring the most recent winners of Tech's President's Book Award. Doctors Michael Borshik, John Basterian, and Stefan Estreicher discussed their work and read from their books, and even played a little jazz. Joseph Sanders, Assistant Series Coordinator in the President's Office, said such events benefit students and faculty.
For the faculty, it helps raise awareness and let other faculty members see who is working in the academic world, who's publishing, who's researching, to see what's going on across the campus. And for the students, it allows them to see that the faculty have a life outside of this academic world. They're researching and publishing and submitting to contests, going and presenting at lectures and conferences. and it lets the students see that the faculty are involved not only here on campus with the classes that they teach, but also in research and in publishing in the general academic world as well.
After the readings, attendees asked the panelists questions about their showcased works and were able to pick up copies of the books as well as have them signed by the authors, all before attending a colorful reception in the neighboring faculty lounge. One such participant was creative writing student Aaron Alford, who said the lecture series is an enriching experience for all who attend.
Well, events like this remind students of what their professors actually do. I feel like I didn't have a true idea of what an academic actually does until I became a grad student, and now I hope to be an academic in the future. So it reminds students, hopefully, that the professors are actually doing work. They're not just teachers. They are actually here to do research. They have their own books, what we're actually awarding today, and that they exist outside of the classroom.
So Taylor, what did you think about last weekend's Red Raider victory?
You know, the game was a lot of fun. The Red Raiders went into the game as, possibly might not win, and they pulled through, proving that they are the number 2 team in the nation. So keep the spirit up, fans, and let's get ready for OU in a couple weeks.
And it was a big night for the Red Raiders last weekend as they stayed perfect with the win over the Cowboys. Reporting for the Palestra.net, our very own Daniel Horsch has a recap for the game.
After a thrilling victory over UT last week, the 9-0 Red Raiders were in pursuit of another W against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State capitalized on their opening drive after Graham Harrell fumbled to open the game, as the Cowboys drove downfield and silenced the crowd to be the first team out of the blocks. But after that, it was a foot race, and OSU simply could not slow the Red Raiders down. A lofty pass from Graham Harrell found Eddie Britton in the back of the end zone as he caught the first touchdown of the game, and the TDs just kept rolling on in. Behind the screaming fans, the elf, Eric Morris, found some room and scored his first touchdown of the game to give the Red Raiders a 7-point lead. Even OSU came equipped with some signs for some play calls as number 5 ran this one in for the Cowpokes, but that would be OSU's last. Heisman frontrunner Graham Harrell went on to complete 40 of his 50 passes, throwing for a sick 456 yards, 2 of which went to this guy, number 5 Michael Crabtree, who pulled in a total of 3 TDs in this game, as he now leads the nation with 18 total reception touchdowns for the season. Fans were excited as the points kept rolling in, and for the top-ranked Cowboys, they simply had no answer as Darcel McBath sealed a win for the Red Raiders with this diving interception to complete the game.
The Red Raiders thrashed the OSU Cowboys, and the Red Raiders, the only question is, they're wondering, OS who? As the Red Raiders scored 56 points tonight against the Cowboys. And the next question is, where are the Red Raiders going next? If it's my guess, I believe it's the national championship. With a 10-0 record coming straight from you from Lubbock, this has been Daniel Horsch reporting for the Palestra.net.
And this ends our segment of MCTV News, and I'm Kevin Budet.
I'm Taylor White. Join us in 2 weeks for our last show of the semester. Thanks for watching.